Hi. So I promised a video about a year ago about my second pregnancy. Well, here it goes. I'm gonna try to make it the shortest possible that I can. So my son was not planned. That pregnancy was not planned. It was actually, we tried to prevent it. You know that 1% failure rate of the Plan B pill? My son is at 1% failure rate. So let me tell you, do not consider yourself out of the woods if you've taken that Plan B pill, because it can fail. So I got pregnant, took the Plan B pill. Took the Plan B pill, and then I found out that I was pregnant. Went with it. My pregnancy was very easy with my son compared to my daughter. My daughter's pregnancy was hell. My son's pregnancy was fairly easy. I didn't gain a lot of weight. I actually lost a little bit of weight at the beginning. And then come around 33 weeks, I noticed that I just started getting really fat and like swollen everywhere really fast. So I went to my 34-week appointment like any other, bi-weekly appointment. I believe that appointment was my first weekly. No, it was still my bi-weekly. So I went to my 34 bi-weekly appointment, and I took a urine test, and I guess, well, then when they called me in, they told me that I had protein in my urine, and they took my blood pressure, and it was really high. So they sent me directly to labor and delivery to get monitored, and they kept me. And they wanted to keep me for a month. They said they wanted to make sure that I was still pregnant. They keep the baby in for 1 month till I was at least 38 weeks, and they couldn't do it. That same day, I was induced. Later that same day, I was induced because my blood pressure was so high that it became a life and death situation. I wasn't safe, and my son wasn't safe either. So they induced me. I had my baby that same night at exactly 34 weeks. I had my son. He was taken to the NICU, not because he couldn't breathe or had any health issues, just because he was small. He was 4 pounds. And my son stayed in the NICU for 3 weeks because he needed to learn to eat. He didn't know how to suck, swallow, and breathe all at once. He didn't get that concept because he was so tiny, and he wasn't mature enough. So thankfully, though, after 3 weeks, a lot of crying, a lot of stress, trying to go back and forth between home and my daughter and the hospital and my son, we got through it. My son was back. Was finally home with us. It took my daughter, I want to say, about 6 months to adjust to her new brother, but now they're inseparable. It was probably the best decision that we ever made we didn't do it purposely to have them so close together in age, but we did. It happened, so it happened. And I'm so glad, because they're like best friends. They entertain each other, they play with each other, and they let mommy rest sometimes, because I do get tired. So that's what happened. So I had preeclampsia. So the doctor actually told me that to try my best not to get pregnant and wait at least 10 years. I'm gonna be 34 then, compared to when I had my son at 24. I'm not trying to have another baby at 34. No disrespect for anybody, but for me, that's way too old to have another baby and start all over with diapers and bottles and feedings and all that. So we're good. We're a family of 4, and we're very happy.